Hello everybody, my name is Auriga, playing some Battlefield 3 on the PC, and I think by now we all have established that I really like Nabanda and Flats on Team Deathmatch. But the thing I enjoy the most about Nabanda and Flats Team Deathmatch is there's like three places where you can just allow yourself to be so goofy. One place is the roof, where you can just, as you've seen in my other videos, go mad with the C4. And then there's this room and the room behind me. I'm telling you, those three rooms are just made for support players. I was kind of goofy here in the beginning. I was just lurking around in this room. I will eventually move on, but I just had a lot of fun in here. Of course, take the med kit now when I have the opportunity, and drop some more clay, because that clay can just, it's a free kill. It's a free kill if they don't have that anti-explosion perk, squad perk. I mean, it's a good tactic, really. I think this is only 32 player. I don't remember, but that might also be the reason that we're not seeing a lot of players. But yeah, I was just camping around here, just having fun trying to see different angles here, and almost got me, but nope. But to me this was just such an interesting round. I play a combination of the support player with the claymore. I think I also switched for C4 at some point, and then I go with the M27 IAR, and then I change it up with the medic class with my beloved M16A3, of course, and the medkit and revive paddles. What else do you really need? And oh yeah, the 44. I actually whip that out and get an epic kill later, so watch out for that. I'll tell you guys one thing the endgame DLC did for me, and that was, one, give me a lot of respect for the support class and how effective that is, and two, just give me a better understanding of all the classes and how important they really are. I think all classes shine on this new DLC as a whole. I don't think there's any map where any class is favored. Well, yeah, maybe in a band on flats, team will capture the flag with their lock-on weapons that can really affect the battle. But besides that, I think it's really balanced, and the medics don't really have that much of a say anymore, as they've been known to have until this point, I believe. And I think it's phenomenal that DICE was actually able to do this, because I've always, as you guys know, considered myself to be a medic, or well, you might call it an assault, but I call it a medic, and that's really my job. And I just didn't really see any big purpose of playing any other class, and it's a curse, and it's also quite good. I mean, if you're way into stats and how you're doing, I guess playing the medic all the time is the best choice. But if you're also willing to have fun, or just to vary it up a little, I really think also playing and I splashback that guy, but I think really also playing the support might help you out. It's really a good stepping stone for starting to play sniper and engineer, which can be a little stale and boring. But shout out to that guy. I just had a constant battle with this guy. I mean, we were just nemesises, or however you say that. But yeah, he got a great shot on me doing that bunny sniper rabbit thingy. But yeah, shout out to him. He was a pain in my ass, which is just a good sign. Please guys, be pains in my ass. And I don't mean in the C4 spamming way, I just mean in the, I like a challenge, And yeah, this was just an epic round. I got my teeth kicked in a couple of times, and I also dealt some serious damage. And I just can't wait to show you some medic gameplay I had on this match. I mean, it was just so fucking just beautiful. Yeah, it was just an ongoing slaughtering, and here I changed it up a little. Put down some motion beaker. Motion beacon. I thought that would be a good idea now, and I have the chance anyway. And a spawn beacon is always good to place, no matter what class you are, because it only means that if you're focused in one area, you'll always, every 10 or 30 seconds there will be a guy popping in your room, and if you're in a pickle or if you're dead, he can revive you and help you out. So you can get lucky like that. And actually, a little shout out to my team. I did actually get a couple of revives this round, and on the roof it just got ridiculous. So yeah, we actually as a team also did pretty good. But a lot of the fighting is in controlling the map, and in this map, Nevada and Flats Team Deathmatch, that is done by controlling the roof. But here in the beginning I was just like, well, I wonder how long I can stay alive. I mean, how long before they get so pissed off? Do you know that feeling like when the same guy just kills you, you get so pissed off? And how long until someone just gets so pissed off that they're finally gonna come for me and they're just gonna keep coming back until I die? And they're trying. I'll give them that, they're trying, but it takes them pretty long. I mean, I sped up the gameplay and we're almost at 6 minutes already, so yeah, it took them some time to get me. Well, they got me once, but I was generally pretty good at being a pain in the ass, and here I got killed by the server detection, the server damage detection. I fucking hate that. Okay, I can't tell you how many times I died while going into cover, or dying 2 seconds after having entered a door or cut a corner. But I finally make it to the roof, the place where the honey is found and where treasures are to be taken, and the trophies and the treasures are in fact the other teammates wearing panties. And I know you're like, what the hell are you talking about, Auriga? But whenever your team is doing as good as we are right now, 100 tickets in the lead, I don't know, something just happens in my brain, and suddenly I don't see the soldiers wearing their fancy soldier camos. I only see grown men in Hello Kitty panties. I don't know, it just happens when I'm on a streak like this. I just see grown ass men in Hello Kitty panties, and I don't know, maybe that's something I have to deal with. The way I deal with it is this: just mow them all down, just you know and just keep the streak going, keep your teammates alive and keep throwing nades down there, pressure all over. And I heard the snipers, I was reloading, so I only get to revive one of the guys, and there's just constant action here, but I managed to keep everyone alive, drop some health down. I saw someone has taken some damage prior to that. So man, just look at those numbers. I mean, it's going so great. I think this might actually be the biggest streak I've recorded in Battlefield. I've done some sick shit of fraps, because I have fraps problems sometimes. So when I'm just gaming a lot, and well, I'm starting to record more with fraps, but what I'm getting to is just that one time, well, some time ago, I didn't really record everything, but now I started doing so. But I just missed like a 29 kill streak with a support player for once, and some other sick shit too, like Battlefield moments. But I'm gonna start recording everything I do, so that won't happen, and I just have to come back and regain the roof and my throne here. So deal with that guy. And I always move down here when I'm alone, because you got great cover. And you also saw in one of my other videos, I think it's my recent video, I actually stayed there and killed like 6 or 7 guys or something, because they just couldn't get an angle on me. And here I found something new. I didn't know you could actually get down on these. So I'm very curious when it comes to Battlefield, and like the mechanics, how you can climb around. Could I lie down here with the bipod? So I'm like trying to test out like how stable this is. just trying different stuff with it, so I'm just fast forwarding that. And yeah, just trying to find a good angle. You could lie here with a bipod for some time, but it's only a matter of time before that happens. So, but shout out to my team again because they kept the beacons up. I can't tell you how important that is in this map and how many minutes, maybe hours I've spent in the team chat just writing beacons, put your beacons up, please, teammates, addressing them by name, put your beacons up. God damn it. This map, the roof, is just everything. Okay, it's completely vital that you either control the roof or you have at least like 4 guys up there, because otherwise shit like this will happen and no one's interested in that. I mean, raining C4, that's no fun for anyone. So get on the roof and help your teammate out, and look how unfortunate I am. I hate that little piece of you know, the C4 is just so sticky. It's so sticky. Like when it's there, you're nope. You're just not gonna survive it. But C4 is just uber effective. And yes, I know people are gonna whine about it, and they're gonna call you a C4 spammer if you get like 5 C4 kills within a couple of seconds, but that's to be expected, and I kinda understand it's never nice to be bombed with C4. I mean, it's nasty having a lot of support players on the roof, and especially in a map like this where it's so controlled by the roof. So yeah, it'll happen. You'll be called C4 spammer and you'll get plenty of kills for absolutely nothing, for just people walking in to your C4. Basically, that's what you're getting kills off of. And look at the fail here. That's that Nemesis guy. I actually get him, but his teammate gets me and I get the revive. So I guess that's a win in my book. But we continue the carnage here on the roof. But I guess you guys really want to know some Battlefield 4 news, and I guess by now you've all seen the gameplay up there, and you know, some cinematics too from the actual Battlefield game. Of course, this will be very early stage stuff, but there's a lot of discussion right now on whether it's running on the Frostbite 3 engine or a ramped up version of the Frostbite 2 engine, and for that I say I don't really care. What's important to me is how the game's actually gonna run. I mean, yeah, it looks pretty good. I did expect quite a little more, but I guess it's alright. I'm gonna have to update my graphics card anyways. I have 580 right now. I'll probably buy into a 680 or a Titan sometime. Whenever I feel like it's the time. It'll probably be the Titan though. Anyways, Battlefield 4. So by now the only thing we've really got is we've seen some single player gameplay. And just hold that thought and look at this headshot. But yeah, so far we only have 17 minutes of gameplay of single player, and it does tell something. The most important thing I could get out of the video is no more suppression, or so it seems. We don't really know how the multiplayer is gonna turn out. We know from previous Battlefield titles that the single player is not really indicative of how the multiplayer is gonna work out, but let's hope for the best and hope for no suppression, because suppression really rewards the weak-minded, at least in my opinion. Well, they could, in my opinion, have suppression, but then only have it with LMGs. But besides that, I'm not really into suppression. Then I think it's a waste of time and just annoying, and it'll get you killed in situations where you could easily have outgunned them. Then secondly, there's the spotting. It has been altered so you don't have to spam the Q key all the time, or if you bound it to your mouse, you don't have to spam a button all the time. You have this little thing that you just pump. It takes like half a second to a second, and it just spots every enemy, it seems, within the like I don't know, 70 meters, 100 meters maybe, like a circle around you. But it seems very effective, and I guess it'll work. Now my question is just, how will that affect snipers and their spotting ability? But other than that, I think it's a great ability. And just look at that guy in front of me, he was just lagging out like a mofo. But I think that seeing no suppression is very good, and the spotting thing is for now brilliant. You know, snipers have to be rewarded because they are not really needed besides spotting, or if you have a very good skilled sniper. And there will be 3 factions, that's another thing. It'll not only just be the US and Russia now, China will also be introduced. And I think the thing that most people found the most important, there will be chicks in the game. Wow. Oh yeah, and another very important thing I left out, there's a cockable scope. So you can have, like in the video, an 8-cock sight, or I believe it's the 3.4 American side, one of those. And then you can, for instance, have your iron sight as a secondary sight, so you can just cock the gun over, it takes less than half a second, and you have another sight. I don't really know how it works out with the key mapping, but look at this. Okay, so I get him, and M320 in the stomach. But I think the whole sight thing is very important for Battlefield. I think that's something that people are gonna be anticipating a lot about, and that it's not only the iron sight that'll be available. Like, say you could have both a 12 times scope and a red dot sight. That could just be awesome for snipers. I mean, and I miss that guy, but just look at this. I get him and the guy I just killed, so it all worked out fine. And I just had to knife, so they would be annoyed and try to come for me. But besides those points, I can't really deduce a lot from the Battlefield 4 gameplay I've seen from on Battlefield.com. I mean, there's nothing new really. Well, there was a grenade launcher with like 5 rounds. I don't really know the name of it, but I guess that's a new addition. And then there was a helicopter that might also be a new helicopter. I don't really know. I'm not really in that much into weapon names, so I could just name any gun. But I'm pretty well known around guns. I mean, I played so many FPSs, and you know, as a guy, I guess guns are just interesting to us. That's, I don't know, it's like, I guess, shoes. It's our shoes. But it was nice to see something for the 27th. I mean, people have been expecting something very revealing, like a trailer, as we got. Well, not really a trailer, but 17 minutes of gameplay. That's even better. You know, you get to see how the actual game works. I mean, it's just the best you can get, really, when it comes to kind of having to evaluate how a game works out. But we don't have any multiplayer gameplay for now, so it's probably still in the working stage. But I hope, and this is my #1 wish list, okay, for Battlefield 4, that the hit detection system will be altered, because I am having it with dying 2 seconds after I cut a corner. I mean, I can be in an entirely different room and have like 40 ping and die 2 seconds later. I mean, that's not okay at all. So if that's fixed, I think I'll just be enjoying the hell out of the better graphics. I mean, it looks crisp. I did expect just a tad bit more. I don't know. I think maybe Battlefield 3 was just very overwhelming when it comes to how Battlefield Bad Company 2 looked. So I did really expect something that would look, you know, just absolutely astonishing compared to Battlefield 3. But from what I could see, and this is a knife fail, I hate that, but from what I could see in the gameplay, there's a lot more different objects, but I could be corrected on that. I don't know how the multiplayer maps are gonna look like yet, but I just saw a lot of different objects, you know, like destructible stuff. It's just in Battlefield, you just see a lot of crates and a lot of those racks of white stuff. I don't really know what it is, but just a lot of the same props, and that's not good for the feel of the game because they use the same props in every DLC, like the green crates, and then there's the containers. I mean, I just hope that Battlefield 4 will vary more in that respect, and also a lot of other respects. You'll probably hear a lot more about that in the future, but I hope you like this little split Battlefield commentary and Battlefield news thingy. I don't really know where this video was going. It got like 22 minutes or something, so quite long, but I think it was worth it. At least this round was like 40 minutes and I actually managed to cut it down to this length, and I did pretty good. Didn't finish first on the scoreboard, but considering how many deaths I had, I mean I did pretty good. Um, Also had that 2042 point streak. I mean, that was brilliant, and that Magnum headshot, I just twitched. I mean, pretty good round overall, some pretty good moments, and I just hope you enjoyed this. If you did, you could always subscribe, or at least leave a like, or a favorite, or something like that. And my name has been Auriga. It's been a pleasure, and I'll see ya.